long time since I vlogged a video, and I decided I wanted to just film my night routine. Right now, I'm currently feeling a little bit under the weather. My throat hurts. I have no idea what it is, but yeah, I just wanted to do a small night self-care vlog, so I hope you guys enjoy. So many like TikTok videos, but I'm gonna make pizza on a toast. So the ingredients is basically sourdough bread, the pizza sauce. People normally put like butter and olive oil on the bread and then they toast it on the pan, and then fresh mozzarella, tomatoes, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, I should probably start with the tomatoes first because I saw people on TikTok that they were like marinating the tomatoes. So yeah, we'll do that. But I have Parmesan cheese, and then you need fresh mozzarella, so that's gonna be it. And then you need garlic, or actually you don't need garlic. I saw people use butter and olive oil, but I have garlic spread, so I'm gonna use that. You need a lemon and a tomato. But yeah, how's life? How's everybody been? Me, I've been a little bit busy with work. It was high season at my job during the summer, so I was like super busy, and I was doing summer school. I was taking 4 classes in the summer, so 2 summer 1 and 2 summer 2. And then what else? I pretty much passed with all A's. This semester I'm graduating, so I'm really excited. I'm gonna try to film like a couple of like school, like university vlogs, because honestly, like I've always wanted to, but I never had like in-person classes that much. And there's like, I would say 1 day where I'm literally at school all day, so I can definitely film there. I go to UTRGV, so I live in like McAllen, Edinburgh, Texas, in case if you guys haven't heard, but it's basically like the very tip of Texas. We're like in the south of Texas. So I live at the very bottom. I literally live on the border next to Mexico. So yeah, I'm trying to get the tomato. It's like, oh, there. Okay, so we have our tomato. I think it's gonna be like 3 per bread, per slice, I guess. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna marinate it. So you do tomato, and then you do lemon. I think I'm supposed to add here like olive oil, lemon, salt, pepper, and just let it sit for a little bit. Okay, this is so not like aesthetic at all. I'm literally like squeezing it as much as I can, but all the seeds fell out. That's fine. I'm gonna drizzle. Ooh, okay, perfect. So a little bit of the oil. And then what we're gonna add is salt and pepper. So we're gonna add salt. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna let that sit. And let's get started with the other stuff. This is my sourdough bread. I'm just gonna clean the knife real quick. I really want to use like the middle of the bread, so I'm just gonna cut like the half of it. Ooh, the bread looks so good. Okay. And I'm just gonna make like 2 slices only. I kind of want to make it thick. So, that bread is so good actually. Now I've seen people use like butter and more olive oil on this, but what I'm gonna do is just gonna use garlic spread. This is such a good garlic spread, honestly. Now what we want to do is the sauce on top of the bread, then the mozzarella, and then I'm gonna put the tomatoes. Okay, so right now this is how the toast look. Super yummy. It smells so good. It smells like garlic. I'm gonna add the Parmesan. Just wanted to show you guys how it's looking so far. I think I'm gonna put it in the oven maybe for like 5 minutes, and then that's it. Okay, so I already showered. I did my skincare routine, and I made myself a tea. This tea is actually so good. It's like a sleep herb tea. And recently I started getting into tea just because like my roommate, she always has tea. And I honestly am not like a tea lover until she like took me in and showed me how to make it. So she told me to start off with like honey, so that's what I did. I did honey and I also did lime, and then I added my sleep herb tea. My throat is like killing me. I put on a movie. I put the Twilight series because I think I'm gonna start reading the books, and I actually purchased the books like a week ago, the entire Twilight series. I just got out of a book slump, and let me tell you about the book that I just finished reading. I read this book. It has a lot of negative reviews, but honestly, I really did enjoy it, and I highly recommend it if you guys like watching the show that's like Euphoria. It's basically like a lot of drugs, violence involved, but it's so good. It also has like a really crazy plot twist. There's 3 main characters, I would say. So Salome is the main character, and she's actually a college student, and her boyfriend is a drug dealer, which is Azza. And Carter, but his real name is Luke, he is an undercover DEA, and he's basically under the investigation of Azza. And of course, like in every Colleen Hoover, it ends up as a love story, and Carter actually falls in love with Salome. So Salome, she's stuck like in this whole type of like relationship where it's like she can't leave Azza because like she's not fully independent. She needs Azza financially, and you know, Azza also supports her brother. Her brother is like in a rehab facility, and she's unable to pay for it, so he financially helps her with that, and her brother is the only family member that she has. I really did enjoy it, and honestly, this book, like, I really did not like the ending, but at the end of the day, like, not every book is gonna have the ending that you expected. I truly feel heartbroken for Salome and for everything that she went through. As for Luke, he's literally like the man, like what a man he is. And as for Azza, I hate him. I hate him so much. And in the book, you learned a lot about his past, which I really did not like because it did make me feel heartbroken for him. But at the end of the day, I mean, that is not enough to justify it. Like, no, okay? So, I'm glad I'm done with that book because now I want to start the Twilight series. And I was on Pinterest and I found like the way to read the Twilight series, especially Twilight and Midnight Sun. So I think I'm gonna read Twilight and Midnight Sun at the same time because Twilight is Bella's perspective and Midnight Sun is Edward's perspective. So I'm gonna read like the first 3 chapters of Twilight, the way how it tells me, and then I'll read Midnight Sun, the first 3 chapters. That way it's kind of like the same scenes and I get to see both perspectives. But I have also seen like people on TikTok talking about like just reading Twilight and then Midnight Sun, and then they go straight into like New Moon, Eclipse. I also have The Short Life of Bree, which I've never even heard of that book until I bought it. And it's basically like, when I searched it up, it's about a vampire who's a young girl who got transitioned into Victoria's army at the time when they were gonna go and attack Bella. But you know, it's just basically her point of view when she was with Victoria. So that's kind of like the summary that I read. It's really intriguing, so I'm excited to read that. And I also have Breaking Dawn, so I'm excited to get started. This has been on my wish list for a long time, just because it's like I hear so many like
good recommendations about Midnight Sun, and I really love like the man's perspective in books. Like it's like my favorite chapters whenever like a book has like the girl perspective and the boy's perspective. Like the man's perspective is always great. So I am gonna just read, drink my tea, and eventually I'm gonna fall asleep. So let's just see how far I get into the books. I hope you guys enjoy. So here are the books, absolutely gorgeous. This is Twilight, this is Midnight Sun. Can we please just take a moment to look at Bella's perspective in Twilight and Edward's perspective in Midnight Sun? Like, that is absolutely insane. Also, I have like these two bookmarks that's like blue flowers, purple flowers, which I think I'm gonna use for both of these books just because it's giving me like the whole vibes like when they're in the fields. So I think these bookmarks are perfect for the series.